we'll get this going. I gotta get the last video uploaded. The issue that I had was that I couldn't share my screen, so I had to stop the recording, and now I have to go splice them together in CapCut. I don't like doing that, so it'll take a minute. All right, so this first one, Aquarius, you can see this, right? Okay. Also, we gotta look at the positioning. And top mid control is gonna be the best part. So either having P or car. I'd prefer car, just so you have escape routes. Who's your teammate? Nap time? No. That's right, okay. You and Benno. And you said that your teammate was kind of like taking too many fights. So like if that's the case, just before I get into it, like when I have a teammate who's overly aggressive, my thought process is to control like what I can control and assist them the most. So a lot of times what happens when we start making really bad decisions is as Eli said to me, is I'll dad my teammates. So I'll try to like make up for their mistakes, which ends up just getting me and them killed. Instead of just letting us trade 1 kill, we end up trading 2. So having a position like on a flag or up top somewhere, like on car, and just controlling where it's at, like where they're able to walk around, and then being able to get eyes on your teammate and bait him more might be what you need to do. But that's probably going to pull you out of your style of gameplay, which is more flanky. So that's something to consider here. If you notice that your teammate is just constantly like dying and taking fights he shouldn't have, you should try to position yourself so that you can help them, but not get yourself killed. So, it's only a 6-minute game. Let's go.
More kills than your opponents to win.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Not you. I'm looking at the people just crouched at the beginning. It's one thing I hate about 2v2s or SWAT is when people just get like that. So you can see right now, like their setup right now is to have 1 guy back and 1 guy forward. I don't know what they're trying to do here by getting the thruster, because it's not there. Unfortunately, you're gonna get killed here, and your teammate's back over here. So like off the start, just trying to get positioning instead of going bottom mid and being flanky. Like you don't know where they're at just yet. So I'd rather play for a car or a P off the start and get information. Like you have nothing right now and you're going onto their side of the map. That's kind of a big no-no. Okay. All right, you got the 1 kill. Congrats. Good job. Yeah, there we go. Let's get to P. There is gonna be kind of a flow to this game. Like when I talk about in like a regular match, when we try to play for that pick, and then once you get the pick, then you fly. It's kind of the same thing here, where you're gonna spawn in and get to a spot where you can control an area, and then rotate around with your teammate. You're not with him at all right now. He's not with you. You're both just not playing together. But you're gonna play for that first pick, and as soon as you get the pick, then you guys have free roam for the next 5 seconds. So do the most you can with that. Get from one position to the other. Get from P to car while looking for that other guy. You got to take advantage of the 5 seconds. I think your teammate got a kill there. Yeah, probably not. I mean, him being on the opposite side of the map, either you're actively ignoring him or he's not calling out. Good morning. That's unfortunate. You're also playing super low. We need to get up on the map more. Nice chill for your teammate. Yeah, I just chill. Nice. And they 100% should know you're here. They sort of were looking for you. So your teammate spawning on yellow side of the map should tell you that they're still on blue side. And since you've been over in blue fridge, either they're going to be flag or they're going to be car side. So you should be looking for that right now. You already looking their utility. But we need to get up. So similar to that, like how you were playing back here on fridge, when you're playing slow like that, you're just waiting for that pick. You're not overplaying here. You need to do the same thing right now. You need to go up on top P, and you need to get an angle, like either, you know, hang out behind the pillar so that you can kind of cut off, like hanging out in a spot like here in this back corner on these boxes. You can kind of cut off. They're only going to kill you from stairs or if they come in front of you. Like, you need to get into a position where you can jump on a call out real quick if your teammate actually makes it, or if you hear him, you'll be able to jump on it quicker. But we're hanging out bottom quite a bit. Ooh. Nice, good flag spawn. Love it. It's like right, even right here. Here's a. I mean, you talk about your teammate. You're not even running over to his side of the map. You could run over here and help him get the kill over here, secure it, and then kind of look back. You know that guy was P, so kind of keep him in the back of your mind. You were looking for him first. You know where he's at, and you can kind of put a ghost in your head of where he could possibly be running. You could easily come over here to utility to help your teammate and then look back towards P. He's either going to be P or he's going to be your fridge. So you can kind of rotate away from him to help your teammate here. Now you're going to get called out. Benno's lost. That sucks. Is he a friend or was he just a random you got picked up with? Okay. Yeah, so the frantic angles and everything is just telling me you guys aren't communicating. You're not. I think so. In like a position like this, I just tell you, you need to get up and you need to play a little bit slower. Your play style is very flanky, very underneath, but you guys have no control over the top. So right now, like you need to have somebody able to call out for you and say, hey, here's where they're at, or at least shooting their BR. I mean, he's not even shooting. Nice. Nice. They'll spawn yellow now. Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, so I'd stay fridge right there. You're down a teammate. Yeah. There's just no control here of this. I'm curious to see what the other two games look like, but like you need to be able to take that and kind of switch your style up just a little bit to at least control something on the map. So if it's going P, if it's going car, one of the flags, yeah, like what you're doing right here, deny them the spots that they're gonna want to play from. Perfect. He drops, get that kill, nice. Come back up. As long as you don't push in here, they're gonna keep spawning over there. Just kidding, they're gonna spawn blue. 2v2 spawns are weird. Did your teammate get the other guy? He 100% should have spawned yellow, but he spawned blue and then the other guy was over there. Okay, so you got that guy. Oh, he did get the kill. Okay, yeah, that's why the spawns flipped. I didn't even see that. Yeah. Nice. I like it because you're waiting. It's like this is how you should be playing this. You get to a position, you're holding down angles. I don't agree with that challenge there, but playing up more and looking for where they're going to commonly come from. Nice, good spot. Just gotta chill with it. Nice. What's that? Oh, yeah. Unfortunate trade. You're looking for it though. You get pushed from P, aren't you? Yeah. So in like a spot like this, I'm always trying to think like how the other team is going to outplay me, and playing them respectfully, like you know, respecting their skill here. If I've got both of us looking at one guy, I'm going to start thinking, where's that flank coming from? And I'm instantly thinking that it's going to come from P. Like he's going to pinch us from over here. That's like a textbook. That's just a textbook pinch right there. So I'd be looking for that. What I would do in this situation, if my teammate and I are both looking over there, I'd back up to cut that angle and then look for that flank, just to be able to stop that guy. Or when I get over here, I'm looking for this. Damn. But trying to recognize that kind of a situation. If they're playing the way that I should be playing, this is what they're gonna do, and you need to have that in the back of your head. They're gonna pinch us. One guy's gonna be in front of us, the other guy's gonna be on a flank. That's how you play usually, like when you're doing well. If you've got someone who's anchored down a position and then you flank. So if you can get that in the back of your head of like, how would I have played this situation to kill myself? It would be coming from P for over there. And you also need to you need to be the one to actively change up your style here. If he's just going out there and constantly dying, that's unfortunate. That's wild. So let me. Oh, good morning, everybody. Monkeys and Jason, welcome in. So let me pull up. Just so I've talked about this before with you, Nova, and I'll go tag Jason in this one. But let me show. So like on that map, what we're trying to go for, like especially in a 2v2, is you can in a 2v2 you can't control 75% of the map, but you can control 50% and take advantage of that. So on a Slayer, there's not static spawns, and what I mean by that is there's not a dividing line down the middle that the game determines you're going to spawn on that side. So like in Flag, everybody knows you're going to have a utility spawn, you're going to have flag spawn, you're going to have fridge spawn, and then potentially a dino and a under P. This is what flag spawns look like, right? On Slayer, they're not static, so anywhere on the map you can spawn this big old circle here. So what you want to do is have control over the middle part of the map, because they can't spawn there, and you can start to rotate their spawns and predict them. So what you're going to want to have happen is someone staying like on car and someone staying on P, and then you both collapse to where they're at. So if the car guy's like, hey, they're in utility, then he's got to control this so they can't leave. He kind of boxes off this little zone right here so that they can't come out this door, they can't come out this door, and they can't come out this door. And then the other guy has to take an angle to start pushing in there. So whether it's going down Dick, whether it's coming across top mid, whether it's flanking down towards fridge, you got to corral those guys in there. And the first guy is just making sure he cuts off those angles. When we're playing with a teammate who's not calling out or not pushing right, we want to try to control car or P or one of the flags. You want to get into these positions on the map where you can see where they're going, where they're getting shot from, and start to predict where they're going to kill you guys from. I mean, you got good angles there where you're looking at their utility windows, and you're looking at dinos, you're looking at flat. I mean, you're looking at the spots that they should be. The problem is that you're just flanking with your teammate. And what that last flank looked like, the one I was talking about, is this guy takes this angle over here. You guys are in this little corner over here, both of you, and you're both engaged with this guy. Well, this guy's probably somewhere top mid, like I'm talking about. And all he needs to do is cut the angles down. So he pushes across top P. You guys are still in this corner. And so all he has to do is pinch in. That's what that would look like. He's probably car. I don't know where. I mean, I could go back and look, but he's somewhere over here, or maybe he is top P. But you can see that they've created this like zone that you guys are in, and they know you're back in here, and all they got to do is push that zone. So he cuts off. Oop. He cuts off. Oop. Okay, seriously. Okay, anyway, he cuts off this entire angle right here that the only option you have is to either go towards flag or go towards P. If you go towards P, then his friend's going to pick you up. If you go towards flag, they're just going to continue to crunch you in. And that's what we're going for there. So my only advice for that one, and we'll watch a couple of the other ones, is you got to get up more and you got to take more of a power position there, which is going to be against your play style, but that's all right. You know how to play, so. And that's just part of playing Halo, is that sometimes you got to change up how you're playing. Okay. Please switch. That guy just texted me that he is leaving, but it's still raining, so it's gonna be more than 2 hours. Okay. Thank you for getting here right in the middle of my day when I'm supposed to be packing. What'd you say, Nova? Sorry. Yeah. All right, so we got 2 more, 3 more. Okay, so that was Aquarius. Oh, live fire. Live fire twice. Let's go. So same thing with live fire. I would be trying to control tower the whole time, and then have the other guy on my plat, on my nest, or on my cuts. One of those 3, and pretty much flanking back and forth. You want to spawn them back in A. You want to spawn them back of B, and the guy on tower needs to be aware of where those spawns are, and the other guy needs to be flanking. That's the goal of what we're going for here. And so right now you're trying to fight. You're gonna try to fight for that tower.
Outkill your opponents and claim victory.
Nice, 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 nice! Fucking nice! So now, okay, Benno needs to be a little bit quicker here, but so you played that correctly. I mean, you're flying out here. You should be able to tell though off your teammate that where are the only 2 spawns that they have available right now, based on where your teammate's at. Yeah, pretty much. Dummy's turbine or B. Yeah, I mean, so to your left, you're to your right. They end up spawning to your right. So you got to get into cover for either of those spawns. So either dropping back mud or get up quicker. The 5-second respawn's gonna throw me off. Benno's still at A. So if he's gonna play A for the rest of the game, my thought is I'm gonna sit in a spot like right here, and I'm gonna be able to cut off so that they can't come through sandbags easily. And I'm waiting for the guy to challenge me, you know, on this corner right here, or the guy back of B, one of those 2. I'm not expecting the guy to jump up concrete like he might do here, but this is kind of a spot I would be taking to wait for Benno to do something. You're really just playing a 2v1 right now. All right, so let's reset. Yeah, let's push back for the, oh boy, push back for tower again. Our goal right now needs to be we're pushing for tower. We need to control that tower, and we need to get honestly, you need to get tower and then let Benno die so he spawns over near you. He obviously is not going to wander that far from his spawn, so let's get him to spawn in the right spot. And the duck walked in. Hey, I don't know the milkshake. I don't know the whole song. You got it. That's an audio miscue there. Nice, let's fly here. You gotta stop jumping. Thank God. Nice. Now again, and we need to start having this subconsciously. When we get those kills, we need to start making those pushes. And this applies to any game, even like in an Apex. If you if you're pushing a squad and one of you guys gets a knock or one of you guys gets an actual kill, you guys need to start flying. If you guys are up numbers, flying to the other ones, because they're trying to now reevaluate how do we play this if we're down a teammate. It's a 2v1 right now. We should be pushing this. It's a okay. They're both dead. So play for positioning now. You want to make sure that they don't spawn back C. They spawn B because you hear that your teammate die in there. So watch the nest. You're not checking any of that. Okay, get him spawned in. And see, right now, this is where I would just tell you, you just go chill back on C and start working the spawns back and forth. Benno's now on the right side of the map. You could have control over C. I don't hate this angle right here. This is how you play SWAT, is just waiting for them to come over here. But if you're not calming with your teammate right now, I'm getting worried about how long you're sitting up top mid. Nice. Unfortunate.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Come on, Benno. Nice. Other guy was B. He might be sandbags right now. Nope, still B. Like right now, I'm just going to continue to repeat, be going to C, get top tower and start looking back and forth, because the angles you can get up here, especially in a SWAT game, SWAT, snipers, anything that's a super low TTK or time to kill, like just holding this angle here, and like you can sit on, you know, sit on these stairs and be watching that back guy who's going to push you around the corner. You can watch nest. All of this shuts down everything that they can get on this side of the map. So this forces them to go underneath. It forces them to go sandbags. At the same time, you can also peek up this way, you know, stop bottom, top mid. You can peek over you have control over the entire, all 3 lanes of the map right now. So you can stop all those pushes. You can help your teammate. You can see where he's going. And I'd be having him, you know, chilling, you know, back tower, helping out underneath to make sure you don't get pushed. I'd have him over on dummies. I'd have him, you know, up on C. I'd have him over on nest, somewhere like that, just to help you out there. But that's the goal that we should be going for. Having a more disciplined plan of action here. This samurai guy is still just sitting on the back of B. Yep. And you guys are close enough in score right now that they're not going to be able to get away with that for very long. If you guys continue to feed them kills, they're going to be able to just sit there on B, and like you're going to have to push them. Now they're at a point where they can. So now the way I read the score is, if you guys get into an engagement and you trade kills, like maybe you get 2, they get 1, you have to engage them 4 more times to catch up, to be able to win that. If you get 2 kills and they get 0, you have to still win the next 2 engagements, which is going to be kind of difficult for the positioning here. So you gotta play this very close and tight. But even if you do the next 4 engagements, it'll be, you guys get 8, so it'll be 22 to 21, 22 22. Yeah, it'll be 22 22. If you trade, you get 2, they get 1. And you'll be tied going into almost, you know, the 25 mark. So that's you got to start looking at that going, I don't want to get more than 1 engagement of losing 2 away from them. Now you guys are down by 4. So you're going to have to start playing a little bit differently here. Whereas when you're tighter at 16-14, it's going to get even harder. You guys actually have to like win these engagements. Oh boy. So that's kind of, I mean, that's a different aspect of how to play this, especially on Slayers, is like what's the score line right now? Because if you guys are close, you got to count up how many times your team can wipe how many times they'd have to wipe them without you guys dying, and as long as it's still manageable. Nice, so now we're down by 4, so we're back to that same situation before. Oh, that's okay. Thank you. If you guys were up on kills, I'd let you do that. Thank you for not teabagging him there. Not earned yet. You thought about it though. You thought about it really hard. Nice. He's been holding it down. I mean, and that's another thing, like especially in SWAT or snipers, like anywhere on the map that you can get into cover and you can hold it. If you want to hold back B, you can hold back. That guy was holding back B. He's countering tower, and all he's doing is sitting there. His teammate is kind of flanking around on the map, and he's just controlling that spawn over there. Nice, good job, Benno. So now you guys are tied. You guys are not up. But I'd also tell you that you're not even playing off your teammate. Like even if he doesn't know what he's doing or he's not good, you can still position off of him so that you can at least assist him or bait him out a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, you're about to die 3 times, so I'd imagine that. Go Benno. All right, so he's coming back to A. So let me show. I'm gonna show you visually like what my brain is going through right now. Change window. Nope, that's the wrong one. Okay, you can see. Not BattleNet. Okay, you can see the attack maps. Okay, so what my brain is doing right now is you are positioned right here on B. Your teammate is over in A. I don't know where the enemies were. I can't see them on your screen. So you just got those kills. They were like on tower. So they're if we go think about this quadrantly. Oh, that's a terrible line. All right, so if I draw these quadrants up, you just killed him. I believe you killed him over on tower or top mid somewhere. You guys are blocking though this spawn back here and the B spawns. You don't have any influence over this mud spawn right now. So there's a potential that they're gonna spawn mud. There's a potential they're gonna spawn on elbow, on dummies, turbine, A, back A. Those are where they're gonna be at. So you gotta visualize now that you guys have kind of this front in front of you guys. And so if Benno starts to run over towards A and you start to run over towards C, that line doesn't become this is the new front. It more becomes you've just disconnected your guys' influence on each other. So you're not going to be able to help him at all. He's not going to be able to help you. What I need you to be able to see, even when you're playing with someone who maybe you're outplaying or they're not playing like the best, is that you have to do something to help them. And so in this position here, I would much rather see you turtle into this corner so you can cut off all of these angles. They're not going to be able to push B. They're not going to be able to push sandbags or into A because you see all of this right here. As Benno then walks in, you've created this space that the only things that can get to him right now are going to be someone who comes in through turbine or someone who comes in underneath through rat tunnel. Those are the only 2 places that someone could get in there that you can't see right now. Or if they jump up, I mean, if they jump up screens, I think you can maybe see that a little bit, but like those are the spots that, so you're creating a space so that he can kind of roam over here. And if he dies, he dies. The other thing that you can do now, if you don't want to do that, is do what the other guy was doing on B, where you're playing back B and you're cutting off angles. Like if you go back over on this wall over here and you watch up towards sandbags, like you got to play a side here where you're able to help him not have one of his flanks exposed. So right now you can have this area right here. You can prevent him from being flanked in there, and so he can continue to push out A. And if he gets killed in there, you know it wasn't from somewhere that you're watching, which kind of limits it down. Like if you're in this position right here, and he dies, and he's not calling out, and this is where you should be able to play Halo without call outs, because you can go off of your screen and go off of intuition or experience. If he dies in this position right now and you're sitting on B, you know that shot didn't come from sandbags, you know that shot didn't come from anywhere over here on B. There's the potential that it could have been top mid right here if the guy is, I mean, he'd have to be like in like this spot right here. So like maybe he's right here, okay, but you're watching part of that. It most likely would have came from rat tunnel or from some sort of positioning over here, right? But there's really nowhere else, correct? So you should be able to use that and then go, I'm gonna fly top mid, and I can get an angle up here off of sandbags. I can be aware of this spot top mid, you know, but I would have heard that shot. So if I don't hear the shot, I can eliminate this spot right here. He's back. This guy's over here from turbine into A with him, so I can take a position like up on sandbags where I can get a flank on him, or I can know that that guy is over there and I can start looking for his friend. Where would his friend be flanking from there? And if I was playing with him, if I'm playing with somebody and they get a kill from over here, you know, out on scoreboard, and I'm sitting B, my teammate's sitting in A, a good flank is going to be from top mid, right? Because you're not going to have somebody probably over on nest, because this means that they're not playing together. If they're playing together and they're playing right, he's got to be up on top mid. And this is where you have to be able to put it together in your head very quickly. How would they be playing this position? And so what I'm telling you is that in this spot right here, I'd be coming back towards where my teammate is, or at least trying to help him. Like if he continues to wander forward, he's eventually going to turn left here, right? And if he's over here on turbine, where should you be? Correct. So that's what you got to that's what you need to be able to see there is, and like let him kind of position himself. If he's going to wander, you need to protect him a little bit, but you don't need to get out of position for it. So like in this spot right here, you can again tuck into this corner, and you've got visual over all of this area right here to prevent him from being flanked. And as he slowly wanders his ass around, he's gonna get sometime over here to turbine, or he's gonna go sandbags. I'm thinking he's gonna go sandbags at some point. He doesn't seem like he's gonna mindlessly wander in turbine, but if he goes sandbags, now you guys have the opportunity to pinch tower. Now you can jump up and push over to nest, because you guys are creating this front again right here where you're pushing this out. Can you see that? So when you get frustrated with your teammate, and it happens a lot, and this is a good practice for like matchmaking, because matchmaking is not a good competitive environment, because you're playing 4 stacks, or you're playing with people who are varying ranges. You're not playing on you know, a best of 3 kind of situation, but you can go into matchmaking and you can start to position yourself where you can help a teammate or bait a teammate, not get yourself killed. You can milk your life, you can stay alive, and you can start to see how these things play out, where you can position off of them without having comms, or just letting them do their thing. If you position yourself here in this corner and he wanders, you know, up into A and then over to sandbags, like you said, you can sit here, you can go nest, we can push for tower. If he starts to go over towards, you know, window for some reason, or is out here going towards turbine, you're 100% correct. You can flank towards sandbags and help this push over here, but you can take that angle. And what I think is about to happen in this spot is that you're going to go over towards nest and you're going to break away from your teammate. Thank you. Almost didn't. So right now, this is a perfect angle. Oop. You got this great angle here. You got that guy pushing up here. Okay, he's gonna get pushed from rat tunnel. Okay, I just made up that entire scenario in my head, and he's gonna do it. So I gotta tell you, that one, that sucks ass right there. That sucks. That right, you played that. There's nothing else you could have done there, other than having a faster reflex. That sucks. You had the right idea there, though, and I hope you can see how that would play out, of you holding that kind of an angle. That's wild that he just peeks that. Luke would have a whole video on how that guy's cheating though. What? Wait, did you see you die? Oh, sorry. Yeah, he jumped out and instantly shot Nova. Okay, so now we got recharge. Ooh, here's a good one. Oh, she shit on you. All right, and I've hit on recharge so many times with you guys, so I'm not gonna pull up the tap maps. But again, we're trying to hold top glass and A, and that's literally what you're gonna do, and that's what your focus should be here, is holding those two positions and letting your teammate go.
Outkill your opponents and claim victory.
I'm glad you died there. Nice, get the cross, get the cross, get the cross. Yeah. Play this. The only reason you should not be looking over there is that you died white already, and your teammate got a kill, but they still have somebody alive in white, and you're not blocking the C spawns. They're not going to spawn back here yet. You haven't done anything to influence that back turbine spawn just yet, so he's not going to jump up here on turbine or on bat ledge. But you are top mid. You are in the most vulnerable spot on the map.
Lost the lead.
Were you feeling a little ego-y from that last match? Okay. Monkeys, what do we think about that A rail push? Monkey's aiming here. You're taking a lot of angles and decisions, like you guys have control over this map, and I need you to see faster that your teammate's not holding those crosses. When you're dying constantly like what you're doing, it's not always necessarily because you're playing bad. It's because you're playing the wrong situation, and you're not playing like you guys have control over this map. So if you guys have the if you notice that like the enemy's getting flanks on you, or you're getting shot across the map, it's usually because you guys have no setup and you have no influence over those lines of sight anywhere. And I feel this a lot when I play with people who don't get those crosses at all, and I feel it pretty quickly in the game, and I have to adjust. You got to pivot here, so that instead of being able to play like you have those flanks, like when you're pushing across top mid right there, this kind of a position is because this kind of a position here is because you guys would have like you'd have somebody top glass, you'd have somebody battlers, you got somebody over you looking to make sure that they're not going to flank you. But if you have no lines of sight right now, the amount of angles that they could take to shoot you is irresponsible for you to be up here. And so if that's happening, what you need to be able to do, and especially when you already know that your teammate's not doing this, is that you have to be the guy to get those lines of sight. Let him go roam around, or tell him, I need you to get into a top A or a position where you can get those lines of sight. And he might go, okay, yeah, I'm on glass. But then if you notice he wanders, you got to understand his the skill difference there. He's not going to sit there and like do what you need him to do. So you need to do that. You should be able to recognize, I need to be able to get these lines of sight. I need to be able to position off of him. I need to open up the game so that Benno is able to do something here. And then when he gets more kills than you, he'll tell you how much better he is than you, and you just get a snicker and just get beaten up verbally. Yeah. That's a good challenge. I'm not gonna fault you for that. And the reason I'm saying that is because you just died on A. So you know that that guy on A is not gonna have the time to get over to help this guy, and Benno just dies. So when you jump up here, I mean, you had the right angle there. The other guy's not gonna be able to challenge you. So you know this is a one-on-one, and if he challenges you, that's a huge kill for you to be able to get. I'm glad that you did that. It's unfortunate he was looking for you, but that's the right play right there. Nice, 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 nice. We love it. We love it. I don't love this, but nice, Benno! Oh my god, you had it. I don't know if he shot at anybody for you to know that. Okay, Benno, come on, man. All right, I'm gonna say, I love that. I love your heads up awareness there to be able to remember where the last guy killed you from and where his positioning was, because you're challenging these guys off spawn, which is a huge. That's huge. You're not hitting the shot, but you've at least got the idea in your head of, I need to fucking get up here and challenge this guy. And you know that he just flanked around to kill Benno. You go up there to challenge him. You're hoping he's not looking for you. You get away there, but that right there, that's a good thought. Keep up with that. Nice. I wish you would have had a better teammate for this. Cough monkeys. I think he did tell him like 15 minutes before it started, though. Oh, okay. Hours. And as that's happening, his teammate's gonna be, you're getting called out, so his teammate's looking for you. Yep. That's how teamwork is supposed to work. You have one guy who's getting shot at, he just stays alive, the other guy takes an angle. That's they played. I mean, they're just outplaying you guys. It's unfortunate that Benno is not performing, so we have to just dissect it from like your point of view and figure out what could change here. And I think the biggest thing is that you need to recognize that you need to be in more of a leadership role here, like an in-game leader, and take the angles and take the fights that you know you need to take, even though they probably wouldn't be the normal ones that you'd be taking. He's gonna peek you here. But I also want you to recognize like the good decisions that you're making there. Like when you stop to actually get those lines of sight and check the correct angles, you're doing it right. And then when you come in off a spawn and you know that guy's there, it's a huge heads up play that a lot of people like. That's an opportunity a lot of people would just skip on, and that's just huge that you do that. You didn't execute on it, but you had the right idea, which is something you can build off of to continue to improve. So let's get this last one. I've already talked about C control or back B. I mean, honestly, especially with like SWAT or snipers or something where there's an insta kill to the head, it's all about being able to control how they get onto your screen. Because if they're on your screen, it's just a flick and that's just aim. If it's controlling the map, that's a whole different ball game. But once you can figure out where do I need to be standing so that I can control where they can push, if I can get them on my screen, I should be able to win these fights. That's the thought process you should be having. So get into a position where you can hold an angle that they have to push, or a position that they need to get into, and then just win that battle. So going to a C, going to a B, sitting sandbag, something where you can control where they're going to be at. And if your teammate's not helping you there, then maybe you need to create space for him.
Outkill your opponents and claim victory.
Switching up the opening. Here we go. I bet Benno went to B, didn't he? Oh no. Well, in this one that happened then, because the first one he went turbine and you went over to B. Nice.
Double kill.
Did he just ninja him? Oh, no. I saw the punch and the jump from over here. All right, so why were you going to cuts instead of top mid? Like, that's just like one little thing here. So if you come off of this spawn, all right, you see you die here. You see Benna across the map, and instead of going to like the middle, like when we talk about lanes, not trying to be within one lane of your teammate and not having that distance break here, instead of going to sandbags here, you bolt over towards scoreboard. You missed that jump there, but so I just go back and go to sandbags, because although he's gonna die here, you're gonna at least know where that guy's at, and you're able to cut these angles down so you can push this guy over on bridge through top mid. Right now you're out of the fight, which is almost like saying, okay, we're gonna lose this fight, so we're gonna reposition and get ready for the next fight. I think that's playing way too passive here. Nice, good. That sucks. Good prediction on them possibly going over to C plat, getting ready for that kill. That's unfortunate. Nice. Nice. I think you played that pretty well. I probably would have gone to sandbags, but because your teammate was staying back on C so hard, but it was a good push over there. Huge. Guy, if you would have had a better teammate.
This accolade is well deserved.
Like, even this just running across the map, you got to, I want you to have the goal of holding C on this map, especially for SWAT. C or B, one of the two, you pick. Both of them can be really strong there, but you keep running across the map to go over to A, and A has no cover. Hit the jump. Hit the jump backwards like Lucid. I think the game ends right there, honestly. Ouch. Yeah. Did he message you about that? What a big baby. Yeah. What a big baby.
Enemy team nearing victory.
What a fucking loser. You got triple killed in a 2v2, and he's got no. I mean, you could have teabagged that, honestly. A triple in a 2v2, even though it's a 5-second respawn. That's still really. Yeah, same stuff as before. Not just the positioning and playing with your teammate. So I think the biggest takeaway for you, Nova, is that when you're in a game like this, like you got to take that leadership position, especially when your teammate's not going to do it, and get the positions, get up, get lines of sight, and help put shots on people. Maybe you're not even getting the kills, but you're putting shots on people so they can't just walk around the map, to at least help direct where your teammate's going. But you got to be quicker to, I mean, you just got to do that. And I know it's not going to be your play style, so you got to actively think about just, you know, sitting there. And if your teammate wanders away, then maybe you have to flank with him, but like you gotta hold those positions better there, and play off of him. I think that's the biggest takeaway there. And you got to actively think, I gotta get up, I gotta hold this. And sometimes you're gonna be like that one guy. He was on B for almost the entire game because it was working. He was on back B, he kept that spawn, his teammate was running around. Yeah, you guys killed him a couple times, but anytime you challenge that guy on B, he killed you. So you got to kind of play like that. And then it would have been different if you had a teammate who was trying to play with you, because even Benno wasn't even trying to play off of you at all. So when other guys are doing bait and switches or pinches, you guys just aren't able to do that. So it's not really a fair complete evaluation of how you'd be playing in a 2v2 tournament, but then like if you look at that recharge game, the challenges that you made off spawn, keep making those, and you're making the right decisions there, and you're keeping the right kind of aggression up. So there's you gotta find a good teammate to play with there, monkeys. But that's what I've got. Jason, you want me to go over one of yours before I log off for the week? Damn. All right, well, I'm gonna end it there.